this gingerbread. Well, hey there, friend. Welcome back. I hope you are having a wonderful kickoff of the Christmas season, and I hope you're as excited about it as I am. And if you are not, maybe this will help. But if you've been here for a little while, you know that I love food, and I love celebrating things with food, and this is no exception. So, one fun tradition that we have had the last few years is keeping some holiday breads just for the month of December. More specifically, just one of the flavors today. I only make once it is after Thanksgiving and through the Christmas season. The other ones, it can be before that, but I'm going to be sharing 4 different types of sourdough breads today. 3 of them are more inclusion type of loaves, and then one is just a very festive way to use your sourdough bread throughout Christmas and New Year's. So we're just going to get right into it. I do like to use some fresh milled flour in the sourdough loaves because obviously it gives more nutrition, but it also gives some flavor. If you don't have a mill or wheat berries, don't worry about it. Just use all-purpose flour. So for the more sweet loaves, I'm going to be using kamut. In the other one, I'm going to be using hard white wheat. You can use which ones you like to use in this. I do sometimes find that with some sweeter loaves that hard red wheat can be a little bit over-empowering. So that's why I like to use the kamut. So we're just going to get these milled up, and then we'll get to mixing up the dough. So the 3 out of 4 start with just a regular sourdough bread recipe, which I will share. So without further ado, we are making a gingerbread sourdough loaf, a cranberry walnut and white chocolate chip one, a Lindor truffle loaf, which is one of our favorites, and that is the one that we keep just for the month of December. And then last but not least is a regular sourdough loaf, but we're going to stuff it with Brie cheese and do a cranberry sauce on top. And it's a delicious appetizer for the holiday season. So I'm going to show doing the regular bread once because it's all the same. And then in an hour or so, we will add the inclusions. So we're going to do 350 grams of water. Water. Yeah. 100 grams of leaven or active sourdough starter. We're going to just mix that together a little bit. Now, when I sold bread, I would do 10% fresh milled. No, it's flour. 10% fresh milled flour in the loaves. I am going to do about 20%, so 500 grams total of flour, whether that's all-purpose or like today I'm going to do 400 grams of all-purpose and 100 grams of kamut or hard white wheat. Yeah, well, we don't put it. Okay. Okay, let's see how much that is. Oh, just a little more. Now we need 100 grams. And then I like to just add the salt right away. You can do it how you want. If you wait 30 minutes or so. Here, let me put your hand out. Okay, put it in there. Good job. We'll just kind of whisk the flours together a little bit on top, and then we're going to just mix it all together. It'll sit an hour, and that is where we're going to add the Lindor truffles, the dried cranberries and walnuts when we do the first set of stretch and folds. Now we're going to mix up the gingerbread loaf. So this one is 300 grams of water. I'm gonna do the 100-gram leaven. Now the fun stuff. So now we're gonna add the molasses, which is 100 grams. Is that good? Oh, you don't like it?
Mommy likes it.
I like it in the bread and cookies. Ooh. Some brown sugar, or I'm going to use sucanat sugar. Get 50 grams of that. And then 5 grams of ginger. We will mix that all up before we put in the flour mix. So again, 400 grams of all-purpose, or 450 grams if you want to do 10%. That might take a while. Okay, hold up. Whoop, whoop. Okay. Okay, now we need to dump this whole thing in.
Okay.
Same thing, mix the flours a little bit on top, flours and salt, and then incorporate it with the liquid. So that's what that one looks like. So they're all gonna sit for about an hour, and then we will start mixing in all the goodies, but we do need to prep some of those. So we'll probably get started on that next. Okay, so now we're gonna get the truffles all chopped up. So I like to get the assorted ones that have the white chocolate, dark chocolate, and milk chocolate. It just gives like a good differing flavors of the chocolates.
One more.
Yeah, right. You're kind of a stealer of these. So we're gonna just unwrap them all. We have about 125 grams worth, a little bit more to account for the wrappers. We unwrap them all, chop them up, throw them in, and probably enjoy one as well. How was it?
Good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll help that one.
Oh, well, we're trying. You don't want the chunks too small, but we'll kind of see somewhere in the middle. If they're too big, and that's not good either. And also be careful when you are cutting these, because obviously the round shape is not super conducive to chopping, but as long as you're careful, it's fine. Toss it in, and we'll just do some coil and folds to kind of start working it in. And it's okay if it's not all completely, they're all completely worked in. As we do more stretch and folds, they will. And I do want to add that I originally, the very first time I saw someone do this, adding Lindor truffles to bread, was from Turner Farm on Instagram. And we have just loved it. We absolutely love this flavor. So that is that. And now we will do the cranberry one. So for the cranberry, walnut, and white chocolate chip, you don't have to add white chocolate chips, but it obviously gives a little more sweetness, and it's really good in bread. So I'm gonna add the sweetened dried cranberries. For the walnuts, if you wanted, you could toast them to give them a little more flavor. I didn't really have time by the time that these are ready to add to do that and let them cool, but you can if you like that. The walnuts.
Ew. I don't like that.
And then the white chocolate chip. So now all the other loaves just need stretch and fold. The gingerbread also that way, and then we'll add a little cinnamon when we shape. But otherwise, I'm just going to continue to do coil folds for a couple hours every 30 minutes or so, about 4 times. This is 1 time, so 3 more times, and then it'll just sit on the counter. I might actually put it in the oven with the light on because it is cold in my house to kind of speed up the process. And then we'll shape and they'll go into the fridge tonight. Gross. So while I am busy shaping all of these loaves, I would love to hear from you guys what foods you make around Christmas. What are just some of the foods that are traditional for you guys that you make during the holiday season? And also, if you have any fun Christmas traditions, I would love to hear them in the comments. We are relatively a new family, of course. Our oldest is 4, so we do have a few Christmases under our belt as a family, more than just Caleb and I. And I'm just curious what you guys do for your traditions. We don't have a lot of them started yet, of course. We do keep this for the bread, of course, for December, and we try to make the weekend after Thanksgiving kind of our big kickoff to Christmas. And I'm just curious some of the other things. We make cookies and do some fun, Christmas things locally. But I'm just curious what you guys do, and would be open to some more ideas if you're willing to share. So it is the next morning now, and we are gonna get all these loaves baked up. But we're gonna start with, I have here the cranberry walnut white chocolate chip. It's a big one. And the Lindor chocolate. Okay. The oven is preheating to 450. Actually, it is preheated, and both my roaster pan and Dutch oven are in there. And I'm going to show some fun Christmas scoring ideas on these two. They're going to be like Christmas trees, which is a fun way to make them even more Christmassy. Get these all in real quick. Okay, they're done, and I wish you could smell my kitchen right now. It is phenomenal. That smells so good. And the chocolate one, of course, smells like Christmas since we keep it for December. Oh my goodness, smells so good, and they look so good. If you want the designs to show up a little bit more, you can put a little bit of flour on top. I used to do that. I just don't really do that anymore, but that is an option. And oh yeah, so excited to cut into these. So we're gonna bake up the rest of them, and then we'll show you. I will show you what they look like and what the insides look like, and yeah, and then we'll just get to enjoy them. Okay, so here are all the loaves. We will still be making this into the Brie pull-apart bread, so hold on for that. But I am going to cut into these and show you the insides. So we've actually already kind of snagged on them a little bit, but this is the cranberry walnut. Oh yeah, very pretty. Lots of goodies in this one. And like I said, if you want to toast them, that would definitely add another depth and flavor. This is the Lindor chocolate. That one. And I tried a gingerbread man, but did not do a very good job, but that is an idea. Oh, that's so yummy. You can see the little bit of swirls of the cinnamon. That one just smells like Christmas. Okay, so those are all the inclusion ones. And now we're gonna get started on the cranberry pull apart bread. So I'm going to make a cranberry sauce quick and make a bunch of cuts, stuff all the Brie cheese in, smother it in a cranberry sauce, stick it in the oven, and it is such a great appetizer. And there's different ways you could do it, but that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to start the cranberry sauce. So we've got a 1/3 cup of water, 2/3 cup orange juice, and then it calls for white sugar and brown sugar. I'm going to use cane sugar and sucanat. So I'm going to do 2/3 cup of cane sugar, and a 1/3 cup of sucanat. So this goes on the stove, goes to a boil while this dissolves, all the sugars dissolve. Add in the cranberries, goes back to a boil and reduces. Really so simple. And then we'll get to assembling the bread. So while the cranberry sauce is going, I'm going to get my loaf cut up, cutting this way and this way in about like 1-inch cube sizes. I'm gonna also cut up this Brie cheese. If you watched the last video in where we made Brie cheese, so this is obviously not the one I made because it was not ready yet, but it is looking good. It is looking good. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. But I did buy Brie cheese for this one. So slice this up in thinner slices. Oops. And we're gonna just cut a bunch of lines, mostly down to the bottom, but not quite, so they can kind of pull apart. This way we have a lot of different places to stuff all the goodies. So now it is all stuffed with the cheese. So the cranberry sauce is cooling some, and I have some melted butter here that this is going to top it after I put the cranberry sauce on. So I'm going to put half teaspoon garlic powder and then half a teaspoon of thyme. If you have fresh thyme though, that would be really good. But the store was out. And then I also have some fresh rosemary I'm going to chop up after it's done baking to garnish it with. I pretty much just coat it as much as possible and then keep the rest for dipping afterwards. For the butter. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found some ideas for some different types of bread to make this month. And if you plan on making any of them, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, I just hope you guys are having a wonderful start to the Christmas season. And thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, friends.